keeps control for Thompson. Pass receiving's wide open underneath in the basket. Great pass.
Backs down, now kicks out, up top to the left side, Caden Dahl. Dahl hesitates, then takes the three and knocks it home good. Dahl to get the turn. Carr trying to keep those legs underneath, then Cassette gets him down, and there's the pin.
Rebounded by Kendra Severson. Severson, here comes Bevins back the other way. Bevins, little contact, roll it in, good for Elena Bevins, and we're tied.
Through and Zeller with an excuse me bump, and here goes Semp for takeoff.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good Monday evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into beautiful Kindred, North Dakota, where you're looking in live at the captain's meeting on the home court of the Kindred Vikings, where the boy Kindred Vikings are kicking off the front end of a doubleheader here in Kindred. They are playing host to Region 1 opponent. The visitors on the scoreboard, the Northern Cass Jaguars. Northern Cass Jaguar boys come into Kindred tonight with a record of 10-3 to take on the undefeated and number one ranked team in the state of North Dakota, the Kindred Vikings. They are 10-0 coming into this affair. Once again, this is the front end of a doubleheader that'll feature the boys first and then the girls following right after this game. I want to thank everybody for tuning into your live event. My name is Josh Almaris, and as always, I am joined by Nick Nicholas, Eggy the Eggmeister, Mr. Eggman. Nick, these doubleheaders are pretty fun. How you feeling tonight?
They are fun. It's fun to see great talent on store here in Kindred, North Dakota, especially on these doubleheaders. It's always fun. These gyms get packed up. A couple really good teams going at it here tonight in Kindred.
Two teams that bring in double-digit victories. Once again, Northern Cass comes in with a record of 10-3, and Kindred has a record of 10-0. The 10 wins for the Northern Cass boys have come over a Cavalier, Watford City, Ned Rose, Oak Grove, Drayton Valley, Edinburgh, the hometown of head coach Bryce Laxdal in Edinburgh, Hatton Northwood, Richland, Lisbon, Langdon area, Munich, Mayport, Clifford, Galesburg. Those are the 10 wins and the 3 losses. Just recently, Northern Cass lost a thriller on the 31st in overtime at Carrington, 66-65. They also lost back on December 20th against Grafton, and up in North Border in Pembina, they lost on December 14th. So once again, the Northern Cass boys come in with a record of 10-3. The first and only regular season matchup between these two teams. Kindred Vikings, of course, they come in with a perfect 10-0 record. They have victories over Hillsborough Central Valley, Shiloh Christian, Killdeer, Thompson, Wahpeton, Oak Grove, Lisbon, Central Cass, Grafton, and most recently at Beulah on Friday night. The Vikings are the number one ranked team in the state of North Dakota. They have 13 of the 21 votes. Devils Lake is number 2, Killdeer number 3, Shiloh number 4, and Thompson number 5. For the first time in the polls, nobody else is receiving votes. Yep. It's those 5.
It's crazy to think, too, Kindred has played Thompson, Shiloh, and Killdeer, and they have Devils Lake on the schedule later in the year, too.
Well, that's a game we're not going to get too far ahead of ourselves, Nick, but I know you and I have talked off air plenty that we are very excited for February 22nd. It's a Saturday. Kindred gets to host Devils Lake on Saturday, February 22nd at 4 p.m. Of course, fans tuning in today, they are most excited about Northern Cass coming to town. Northern Cass comes in again with a record of 10-3. Nick, we can look at the individuals once we get back from break, but give a quick little run through of what you're looking forward to seeing out of the Jaguar boys as they come into Kindred. Did I give you enough time?
Well, I'm really bummed to hear that Trey Hussar is not playing tonight, Josh. I know we just talked before we went on air, but Hunter Reitzel is a guy that is a player to watch. I think he's averaging 15.8 per game. Going to have to be a leader and just a sophomore here as well. And that Crockett family name, you know it well if you're from the state of North Dakota. Brooks Crockett, ninth grader, averaging 9.2 per game.
Might be the battle of the Brookses for a little while as the Vikings, well, they have a sophomore, Brooks, but in any case, Brooks versus Brooks. Yeah, unfortunate news with Trey. He's battling a thumb injury, and they hope to have him back. Obviously a phenomenal athlete. You and I are both baseball guys, so we know his name on the baseball field. Just to speak a little bit about his athleticism, he's committed to play baseball at South Dakota State University as a pitcher, right, Nick?
Yeah, great lefty arm up on the mound. I'm not sure where he sits at, but he is a very talented young man up on that baseball.
Yep, plays his spring ball for Northern Cass and his summer ball for West Fargo. And once again, he is out tonight, averaging. He averages 12 points a game. So you take out a senior leader scoring 12 points a game out of your lineup, things get a little bit more challenging. There's no doubt about that. So let's take a look at who the starters are going to be, but let's do it after a short break. I want to thank everybody for once again tuning in to your live event. Josh Almaris alongside Nick Eggman. We'll be back in about 2 minutes, and we'll take a look at each team's starters.
Provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest Coaches Show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Welcome back into Kindred, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Almaris alongside Nick Eggman. We're excited to be here covering a doubleheader. Boys first tonight. One of the rare times that the boys will kick off the evening. Girls will be the back end of the doubleheader. Take a look at the starters, and then Nick, get your thoughts on what you're looking forward to, specifically seeing out of Northern Cass and maybe what they need to do to be successful here in Kindred. It's a battle of who's going to get their 11th win of the season. Both teams come in with 10 wins. Vikings are a perfect 10-0. Northern Cass 10-3. Starters for the Northern Cass Jaguars more than likely going to go as follows. Once again, Trey Hussar out with an injury that they're hoping to have him back by the end of the year, and potentially maybe without Matthew Hoppy. He's been battling some illness, so we'll see if we can spot him and where he's at. But we expect them to start as follows. The Jaguars will go with junior guard number 2, Miles Froelich, averages almost 10 points a game. He's a very good point guard, and the offense really runs through him, so we expect number 2 to have the ball a lot. Nick talked about him earlier in the pregame. Hudson Reichel. He's a sophomore guard, stands 5 feet 10 inches, averages almost 16 points a game, hot from behind the arc. Hudson Reichel, number 3. Number 30, Parker Zeski. He's a junior guard, stands 5'8". We're hoping to see him. He also has been battling some sickness, but he wears number 30.
He's out on the court.
Okay,
Josh.
good. That's good news. So Parker Zeski. And then we've got Keelan Munson, senior forward, stands 6 feet 3 inches, averages about 6 a game. He wears number 33. Rounding things out will be number 34, Sam Nelson, a senior, 6'1" center. Once again, the Jaguars are coached by Bryce Laxdal. He's in his 7th year as the head coach, 13th overall. He's had stints in Cavalier and in Edinburgh. He grew up in Edinburgh and is now the athletic director in Northern Cass. Chad Whitner and Kobe Vanderwall are his assistants. Nick, what are you looking forward to seeing out of the Jags tonight?
I'm looking to see them be really aggressive on the offensive and defensive side of the boards. They are for sure undersized compared to Kindred, and if they can limit Kindred to just one opportunity, and Kindred's on the offensive side of the ball and they get their second chances, and then kick that ball out to their wing shooters and get some three-point shots up, which they're going to need a lot of tonight, Josh, to have a chance to stick with these Vikings.
Yeah, talking with Coach Laxdal, that's what he said. It's going to have to be one and done for the Vikings for them to have to stay in this game. And this is a stat that really stood out to me. So we know Carson Ossie is a fantastic ball player. He can dunk it, he can shoot it, and he's good behind the arc. He's got 15 three-pointers, Nick. Northern Cass, Hudson Reachel, wears number 3, has 45 three-pointers on the year.
This year?
This year, 45 of them.
Oh, man.
The second most for the Jaguars is Brooks Crockett. He has 30. He wears number 0. He comes off the bench. Their third highest three-point shooter is Parker Zeski. He's got 15. So,
wow.
So right there, I mean, they just that talks a little bit about how much they live
or die.
Yeah,
right?
does Coach Will scout other teams a whole lot?
Oh, I guarantee you he scouts other teams. They're gonna be in the face of these Northern Cass shooters tonight.
That's what Coach Laxdal said. He said, hopefully they forgot the fact that we can shoot the 3, but he laughed about the fact that he didn't think he was going to be able to sneak that one by Coach Will. So we'll see. That'll be definitely an interesting piece of this game is can the Jags get three-pointers, and can they limit the Vikings to one possession and stop them from getting extra chances. On the Viking side of things, no changes, a little bit of concern, but everything is good. It's kind of that time of the year where kids are getting sick, and fortunately for Vikings, they're healthy. Number 2, Brooks Bacco averages 13 points a game. He's a sophomore guard. Number 5, Carson Ossie, we mentioned him earlier, 15 threes, averages 10.4 a game. He's committed to play basketball at UND. Senior stands 6 feet 9 inches. Jacob Starcevic has 1,346 career points. He's a senior. He wears number 10 and averages 11 a game. Presley Peraza, the senior forward, stands 6 feet 5 inches. Once again, averages 15 points a game and wears number 12. And then Isaac Spellhaug, the senior guard at 6 feet 4 inches, wears number 14. The Kindred Vikings are coached by Brad Whale. He's in his 18th year. He hails from Ashley, North Dakota. Went to college at BSC and then VCSU. Had stints at Oaks and Mandan. His assistants are Brent Plant, Matt Hagan, Jimmy Hoy, and Dennis Sumption. Nick, what are you looking forward to seeing out of the number 1 ranked undefeated Vikings tonight?
See how they can get to the rim. They have that size advantage like we just talked about, but they have to be able to go use that. Don't get complacent and shoot mid-range jumpers. Go try and get to that rim as fast and quick as possible. And
everybody wants to beat the Vikings. There's no doubt about that. They get usually everybody's best, and we expect to see that out of the Jaguars here tonight. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to your live event. Josh Almaris alongside Nick Eggman. We're going to step away as public address announcer. Paul Quislin's going to announce the national anthem. We'll see you back in about 2 minutes.
In a world of chaos, you need superhero-level protection.
I keep telling everyone they need to get the right protection for their lifestyle. Some do. We do.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IREinsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage, our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and SeedX sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Hey fans, welcome back in. Public address announcer Paul Quislen just going through the housekeeping items. He's announced the officials, bucks for baskets, dollars for scholars, all the good stuff that a community does for all their youngsters. And here we go. We're about to meet for the first time on the floor the Northern Cass Jaguars. Once again, they come in with a record of 10-3, and this is going to kick off the front end of a doubleheader. First out onto the floor is Miles Froelich. He's a junior guard, stands 5 feet 6 inches, averages 9.5 a game, and he will handle the ball tonight, folks. A lot of the offense runs through him. Next out onto the floor is leading point scorer, averages 16 a game. Where's number 3, Hudson Reachel? He's a sophomore guard. Stepping out in some fancy pinkish colored shoes right now is Parker Zeski. He's a junior guard, stands 5 feet 8 inches. And again, where's number 30? And then rounding things out, nope, not yet, Keelan Munson, the senior forward, stands 6 feet 3 inches, averages 6 points and 7 rebounds a game. Again, he wears number 33. And then lastly, it's number 34, Sam Nelson, senior center, at 6 feet 1 inches. Jaguars are coached by Bryce Laxdal, his 7th year as the head coach, assisted by Chad Whitner and Kobe Vanderwall. Here come the Vikings. First out is number 2, sophomore guard Brooks Bacco, averages 13 points a game. He'll be followed up by number 5, the senior forward at 6 feet 9 inches, Carson Osee, averages 10.4 a game. Third man out for the Vikings, wears number 10, averages 11 a game. He's a senior forward at 6 feet 2 inches. It's Jacob Starcevic. 6'5" senior forward, averaging 15 points a game, and wearing number 12 is Presley Peraza. And the final Viking out onto the court will be the 6'4" senior guard, number 14, Isaac Spellhaug. Once again, the Vikings are coached by Brad Whale in his 18th year, assisted by Brent Plant, Matt Hagan, Jimmy Hoy, and Dennis Sumption. Got the mascot out, Nick. Got the music blaring.
Yeah, Eric Iverson does a great job with that music down there. Josh has this place jumping every game night.
The Jaguars wearing black jerseys, getting ready to tip off against the Vikings, who are getting their final words of inspiration from Coach Whale. Vikings wearing their white jerseys with blue checker down the side. Coach Whale looking dapper as always in his gray suit, in case anybody wants to know that.
He's always dressed to the nines, Josh, always.
And Coach Laxdal, he's got a nice little mullet going.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he's got a cage jacket and a nasty mullet going from the Edinburgh native, sitting at the end of the Jaguar bench. Vikings win the possession. They quickly go inside to Spellhaug and then shoot it out to Starcevic, who drives, can't get the bucket, and it's going to be a foul, sending Starcevic to the line. 2 shots. That foul is going to go against Keelan Munson. I saw the 3. I thought that was a 0 up there, but it's going to be Keelan Munson who's called for the foul, and Starcevic is not able to rattle that one home. Jacob Starcevic, a 58% free throw shooter. He misses the first. Second one's up and right through the net. Jacob Starcevic leads things off for the Vikings. They lead 1-0, 12 early seconds into the game. That's Brooks Crockett, ladies and gentlemen, with the ball. He will handle it almost all the time for the Jaguars. And if you're any sort of a basketball fan in North Dakota, the name Crockett is one that you have heard of once or twice before. Reachel puts up a three, and he nails that. This guy has 46 three-pointers on the year right now and averages 15.8 a game. Did I mess something up there, Nick?
It's Freelick who's number 2, bringing that ball up.
Oh, you're right. You're right. My bad. I was totally wrong. Good catch on that. Boy, I'd have been calling that wrong. My goodness. Miles Froelich. All right. We're situated now. It was a long week. We didn't have anything last week.
Nothing. The rust. We drew some rust in a week off.
Yeah. Turnover by the Vikings on the floor to get it. Oh, and it's turned right back over. It was Zeski with a good hustle play. Jake Starcevic drives in, and he has all 3 points. It's Starcevic 3 and Reachel 3. Vikings and Jaguars knotted up. 120 into this game. All right, it's Miles Froelich with the ball. Brooks Crockett is a freshman, not on the floor yet. Miles Froelich. Where's number 2? Reachel now, he's got the three-pointer. 1 second on the shot clock. Reachel off the rim, no good. Rebound's loose, and the Jaguars are going to pick it up. Zeski got it, and he gave back to Froelich.
Here's that second chance opportunity we talked about pregame, Josh.
Miles Froelich works against Osi, and then he gives over to Reachel. Reachel moves to his left, 20 on the shot clock. Second chance here for the Jaguars. Froelich works against Osi. Size difference of a lot, about 1.3 inches. There's a turnover. Here's Starcevic to Peraza. I thought he was going to give to Peraza. He's going to take instead, and the foul, I believe, is going to get called against Sam Nelson.
Yeah, that was good by the Jags to get back there because the whole gym kind of a buzz came when they saw that transition with Peraza and then not allowing them to get that dunk.
I was wondering if Starcevic was going to throw it up for an alley-oop, and there was good hustle on the Jaguars. Good take by Starcevic. He misses the front end there. And the 58% free throw shooting is just going to continue to fall for Jake Starcevic. Right now he's 1 for 3. Make it 2 for 4. He has all 4 for the Vikings. It's Starcevic 4, Reachel 3. Vikings lead the Jaguars by a point. Reachel has 46 three-pointers on the year. Jaguars are very much a three-point shooting team. That young man, number 30, who just had the ball, had 15 threes. Now it's Froelich looking to give to someone. He gives to Reachel, picks up a screen from Nelson, and now it's back to Froelich.
And Kindred's defensive pressure in the half court is just so good.
5 on the shot.
Good drive there by Reachel.
Yeah, he was almost like he jinxed him there because Reachel found himself a lane and there was no help by the Vikings. So Reachel.
That might be offensive.
Yep, it is.
The big old fist towards the other way by Cale Hamry there.
Say what you will about Cale. He's a good guy and fun to watch, and he's very animated as an official. Cale Hamry calls the offensive foul against Presley Peraza. And here's Froelich. Almost had it stolen, and it is stolen by Starcevic, and Starcevic has all the points for the Vikings. He has 6. Jaguars quickly get it up. It's 6-5. Vikings lead the Jaguars. There's Zeski with it. Works against Osi. Once again, Osi stands 6 feet 9 inches. He is the tallest man on the court here tonight, wearing number 5 for the Vikings. There's Froelich, picks up his dribble, and kicks it out and then gets it back. Brooks Bacco right on him. 6 on the shot clock, 5 on the shot clock. Going to be a held ball. A good job by was that Presley down there that drew?
I think it was Osi.
Okay.
Now the Jags have 3 seconds left on the shot clock here. They're going to have to get a quick play, get one up.
Good news, they got the arrow. Bad news, 3 seconds on the shot clock. So they're going to have to do quick work. Timeout by Coach Laxdal. And the Jaguars, we're going to thank Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency for sponsoring the timeouts. From banking to insurance, let Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency handle your requests. Go to kindredstatebank.com for more information. 30-second timeout. See you in 30.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred. Josh Omaris alongside Nick Eggman. 3 seconds on the shot clock here for the Jags as they need to inbound and shoot immediately. There's a good guy to have it, but I think the time is going to expire, and there it is, shot clock violation.
Yep.
Laxdal just not like that, and I imagine that
coming out of a timeout too there is probably something Laxdal talked about.
Well, I would assume so, and certainly by his animation and by bringing Rachel right back onto the bench afterwards, I'm guessing that there was, 3 seconds on the shot clock. You got to get this ball up, and a little bit of a brain lapse by Rachel, so he's going to earn himself a friendly chat on the bench. Brooks takes to the hoop, can't make, and rebound is the Jaguars. Here's Froelich. He's going to stop and pop, no good. Rebound eventually ends up in the hands of Brooks Bacco. Bacco, Luke Starcevic, and Gabe Whipple into the game for the Vikings. They get the ball into Presley Peraza, and Peraza's on the board with 2 points. 6 for Starcevic and 2 for Peraza. That's the Kindred Vikings 8. 5 from Rachel for the Jaguars. And 8-5 as Rachel's looking to check back in. Kylan Swenson for the Vikings. They try to go inside, but it goes to the wrong number 34. Starcevic gets it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my goodness. With authority. Presley Peraza. That one
was thrown down. That's the hardest one I think.
And here's another one. Brooks Bacco. Ooh, a spinner-amma, slam-a-damma, ding-dong. Hello. Welcome to the gym. Brooks Bacco and Presley Peraza with back-to-back fantastic dunks right out of the kitchen, Nick. I mean, we haven't given that one before, but one's got the peanut butter, the bread, the knife, and everything. Peraza says, I got the jam, and then Bacco wants a different flavor of jam, I guess. He says, I want a different one. So, wow. Well, we better take a break, 30 seconds, and then we can process that a little bit. Well, fans, it's the Kindred Vikings are a special crew. They're very good young men and incredibly athletic, showing a little bit about why they're ranked number 1 in the state. Brooks Bacco and Presley Peraza just had a slam dunk contest between the two of them, and I mean we're not gonna say which one was better because they're both phenomenal, and we don't want to steal the thunder of one or the other. But my goodness, they were just both. Presley Peraza threw it down hard, and then Bacco does this little spinner-amma slam-a-damma. It was very entertaining. So here we go. Defense has been outstanding for the Vikings. They've only allowed 5 points this quarter. Rachel, he has a 3 and misses that one. 46 3-pointers for Rachel. He missed his 47th there. It's 12-5. Bacco takes to the paint, stops, kicks to Peraza. Peraza works against Froelich, and then he goes inside.
That's a tough finish.
He just hangs up in the air. Triple jump champion, shows why he's able to win championships and jumping events and throw it down. Here's a 3-pointer underway, no good. That is Brooks Crockett, the aforementioned Brooks Crockett that we messed up with earlier. 14-5 Vikings lead. They say that ball went out on the Vikings, and the Jaguars are going to get another shot at it. Froelich out to Nelson, to Crockett, and now over to Munson. They then get Reichel involved. Reichel for three.
Got it. Looks like Brooks got a little lost in a couple of those screens there. But the Jaguars set didn't get up to the top of the key in time, and Reichel took advantage of that.
Hudson Reichel, just a sophomore, averages 16 a game, and he already has 8.
Another tough finish by Peraza.
Presley Peraza now has 8 points.
You can't let him get to the lane like that, because once he gets a step by, you're not catching back up, and now you're putting your bigs in a tough situation down low.
Foul's going to go against Keelan Munson. It's his second foul, and Presley Peraza, the 75% free throw shooter, going to get a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. No good. He misses. Fought over by Starcevic and Munson, and ball goes out of bounds. Going to go to the Jags. Checking back in, Jake Starcevic. Once again, Brooks Crockett is in the game for the Jags. And here is Froelich working against Kylan Swenson. Gives to Crockett. Back to Froelich. Back to Froelich now. Froelich works against Whipple. Picks up a screen from Nelson.
Deep.
Here's a three-pointer.
Got it.
Well, these Jags, they can shoot the three. We knew that coming in. They have 3 now. 9 of their 11 points are from three-point land. Here's another three-point attempt. This one by the Vikings, no good, and rebound goes to Crockett of the Jags. Here's Froelich. And he gives over to Crockett in his pink shoes. Crockett works against Whipple.
Ooh.
Whipple, a decent three-point shooter himself. Reichel, he's the most battle-tested and battle-proved three-point shooter. Here's Crockett for 3, no good. Kylan Swenson, the senior, gives quickly to Starcevic. Starcevic tries to take inside. Ball goes out of bounds. And they're going to say that was knocked off of Munson, and the Jags going to go to the Vikings as Carson Ossie stepping onto the floor with his 6'9" senior frame.
Good to see Ossie feeling good.
Whipple gives to Starcevic, and he throws it wide. Can Jake Starcevic? Oh, Jake Starcevic goes into the score table. And almost took out the computer there.
Almost taking out Wendy Bernier's computer.
Fantastic video board down there. We don't want that to go missing. Everybody's okay. Most importantly, Jake is okay. We shouldn't be so worried about the computer, right?
But we just knew Jake was going to be fine.
Yeah. Brooks Crockett with a nice left-handed roll there. He gets his first 2 points. And 33, 32, 31 on the game clock. 26 on the shot clock. Vikings are going to hold. About a 4-second differential here, so after the shot, depending on when it's taken, Jaguars could get one up quick. 15-11. They go inside, the Vikings do, and then outside, Jake Starcevic going to unload one. No good. Rebound, Vikings, Lucas Starcevic. He takes and makes nice drive there.
That's a
Rebound
strong
and
finish.
put by Lucas. Here's Froelich, half quarter, no good. And that'll be how things end. Lucas Starcevic, nice rebound and powers up, gives the Vikings an 18-13 lead. That was a big putback by Luke Starcevic, just to add to that lead. We're going to step away. First quarter's over. Vikings lead 18-13.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Many factors impact your ability to increase profits on the farm. Make sure your planter is an asset and not a liability. Some limiting factors in making the perfect planter pass are row maintenance, meter calibration, and downforce management. It will not cost you anything to have the conversation about identifying solutions for these limiting factors. Agassiz Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be...
Hey fans, welcome back in to Kindred. We're just underway here in the second quarter. Vikings have the ball. They go inside to Starcevic, and Starcevic with a nice shot in the paint. He has 8 points, and the Vikings lead 20-13. We said that rebound and putback by Luke was pretty big. Nice drive, but no good there by Munson, and the Vikings pick it back up. Just because, again, it was a 16-13 game, missed three-pointer. If the Jags get that ball, get that rebound, and they go down the court, they have opportunity to tie it. And this is a three-point shooting team that they've got guys with 45 made threes, 30 made threes, 15 made threes. They're very much a team that could have done it. But as it was, Lucas Starcevic, great job. Good block there by Keelan Munson. Big play by the sophomore Lucas Starcevic off the bench to get the rebound and then to drive himself up and get the bucket to fall to make it 18-3. Vikings scored quickly in the second, 20-13. We'll see if the Jags can answer as we're now 1 minute in. Crockett puts up a three, no good. Rebound OC and the Vikings. Quickly up to Peraza. The Vikings go into the paint, spins, throws it off the backboard, no good. Munson of the Jags with the rebound. And I apologize. I've been saying Froelich. I've been told now it's Freilich. I hope I get this right. I checked and I just obviously didn't write that down well enough. Miles Freilich, I hope, is the correct pronunciation. It's one thing I don't want to do is mess up someone's name. Yeah. Hudson Reichel with a fancy jumper there. And timeout, Coach Whale in his gray suit. I want to thank Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency for sponsoring the timeouts. We have a 30-second break. See you then.
Organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the R&J Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the R&J Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred. Vikings with the ball, leading by 5, 20-15. They go inside to Peraza. Good defense there by Munson, but Peraza, strong as he is, he's able to put that in, and he has 10. Here's Freilich. He goes down to Crockett, and then they go out to Munson. Munson gives over to Freilich, and Freilich gives to Reichel. Reichel, a sophomore, averages 16 points a game. Eventually gets it to Munson. And here's Freilich. Nice take there by Freilich. You know, Freilich only stands 5 feet 6 inches, but he is the epitome of a young man that you can't measure what he does by the height he stands. He no doubt is a huge part of this offense. Here's a three-pointer. Isaac Spellhog. Two Vikings going to fight over it and crash into one another. Either that or the foul was going to be called against Peraza on Baco. One of the rare times they've miscommunicated.
Yes, Northern Cass is looking really good right now, Josh. They're not afraid to come in and try and beat up this quote-unquote king of Class A basketball, and they're playing a really good basketball game.
Baco with the steal, and Baco with the lay-in. No doubt about that, Nick. I mean, we knew that Northern Cass came in with 10 wins. Maybe not as strong of a schedule, with not as played as many ranked opponents in the Class A level. But anytime you can get 10 wins out of 13 games, that's legitimate, yes, Nick. And they are standing toe-to-toe here. They just need to get that big basket. You know, they've gotten themselves very close. Like I said at the end of the first quarter. Oh, they called the double dribble there. I thought they called a foul. Now they're down within 7, but they have weathered the storm and kept it close. 24-17. 3 minutes and 15 seconds into the second quarter. Peraza, Baco. Osi to Starcevic. He works against Nelson. Can't get the roll. Rebound's going to go to Crockett, the freshman. And he gives over to Freilich. Freilich has the ball back. He picks up a screen. Jake Starcevic there. And
call a foul.
The linebacker gets called for the tackle. Going to be Starcevic's first foul. Teams first. Each team with 1 foul here in the second quarter. Only person with 2 fouls is Keelan Munson of the Jags. Sam Nelson has 1. Starcevic and Peraza both have 1. That's Jacob Starcevic. 3-point bucket.
Quick release
by Hudson Reachel. His 3rd 3 of the night. Starcevic with the spin, and he puts it in. Jacob Starcevic up to 10 points. Him and Peraza each in double digits for the Vikings. Reachel has 13
Another
double
quick
digits.
Release. Here we go. Nope.
No good there from Reachel. And the Vikings quickly up at Starcevic. He's going to take into the paint. Gets contact from Sam Nelson, but he's able to fight through it. And Starcevic has 12, 28-20, Vikings by 8. 3:23 left here in the second quarter. Munson works against Starcevic, gives over to Brooks Crockett. Crockett drives and then kicks. Reachel no good there. Reachel missed the last 2. The Vikings with the rebound. Here's a 3 for Presley Peraza. Good fight by Isaac Spellhaug.
Call one on Freilich there.
Yep, no. Yep, called it. Yeah, you're right. Called it on Freilich. Freilich second, team second. I didn't have his first written down earlier. So Miles Freilich has 2 fouls. Keelan Munson has 2 fouls. Reset the shot clock here. 3:01 left in the second. Vikes try to go into Starcevic, but there's going to be a foul here called against Brooks Crockett. His first. Freshman Brooks Crockett has 2 points. He has 33s on the year. Jake Starcevic with the little alley-oop there. And he's up to 14 now, Jake Starcevic is. Lucas Starcevic had checked into the game, so did Gabe Whipple. Here's Freilich, double teamed.
Jump ball.
Jump ball, good defense by the Vikings. That was Brooks Baco and his classmate Lucas Starcevic, the sophomores, playing a little bit of bully ball there against Freilich. Jump ball favors the Jaguars. Shot clock at 22. As 2 battles 2. There's Freilich. Gives over to Crockett. Crockett has Spellhaug on his hip. Good double teams by the Vikings. Here's Crockett for 3. No good. It was contested. Vikings are making the Jaguars work for their 3s. Whipple can hit a 3. He decided otherwise. Kicks to Starcevic. Starcevic nowhere close.
It's going to be an over the back on Luke Starcevic.
There's a double Starcevic whammy there.
Yep.
Jake with the air ball. And then Luke Starcevic gets called for the foul on the over the back. Chris Hoyland, the junior forward for the Jags, checking in. Another good baseball name.
He is.
For the Jags. Crockett works against Spellhaug. He takes into the paint. Spellhaug going to be called for the foul. The collective groan from the Kindred faithful.
That was good by Crockett there, though. He forced Spellhaug to have to catch back up, go for that ball, and he went hard to the hoop, and Spellhaug got a little too much of the arm.
Crockett, a 36% free throw shooter. He has 2 points tonight, and he misses that one. It was a shooting foul, Spellhaug's first foul. I shows Jake Starcevic, Presley Praza, Isaac Spellhaug, and Luke Starcevic all with one foul. Crockett makes the second. He has 3. And for the Jags, I show 2 for Keelan Munson, 2 for Freilich, 1 for Brooks Crockett, and 1 for Sam Nelson. In the foul category, anyway.
Soft touch tonight by Jake Starcevic. He's not afraid to go through the hoop. You don't usually see this. He goes to the hoop a little bit throughout games, but he is just getting downhill early and often, and he's not slowing down tonight. Ooh.
He's a strong player. There's no doubt about that. We've talked about Jake Starcevic's size. Good actor, too, yes, right? Yeah, I went up there and pretended he was going to slap.
I didn't get that one on camera, but.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Darn it. That would have been one quick and easy way for him to pick up a technical.
Yes, it would have.
But he didn't. And they try to go back into Jake Starcevic, and is that a foul called? Yep. Foul going to go against Brooks Crockett.
That would have been his easiest earned technical, I think, of his life.
Vikings have it. They inbound it to Luke Starcevic, and then Gabe Whipple. Open 3 for Brooks Bacco, and he's going to nail that sucker. Bacco averages 13 a game. He has 7 tonight, almost with the steal.
That's what Brooks does so well. Great defender. He's going to get his hands on the ball. Nearly every possession that an opposing team has, he's somewhere near that basketball. And we've already seen it tonight with that steal and the 360 dunk, and now he's getting the ball, hand onto the ball even more.
35-21, the Vikings have pushed this lead to 14 as we dip to 1:15 left. Yeah, I could see that one up here, Nick.
Yes.
The battle of the twos, and Brooks Bacco got a little handsy, as they say. He's going to get called for the foul, his first, team's 4th, against Miles Freilich. Inbounding will be Munson, who gives to Freilich. Brooks Bacco must have got a haircut.
Must have trimmed it a little, Josh.
Yeah. Inside, wide open, Munson.
Nope.
Rachel.
Foul?
Yeah, I thought Rachel was going to shoot that, too.
I
kind of got, he kind of deked me out there. He drove, and then he drew the foul against Gabe Whipple.
I wasn't sure which way they were going to go with that one. Looked like he had the possibility of maybe he walked down low, but Whipple must have got his hands on him just right before.
First free throw for Rachel is good. He's a 65% free throw shooter, averages 16 points a game, and he's already at 14 with 61 seconds left here. Make that 15 with 61 seconds left in the half. Good night for Hudson Rachel.
Yes.
He has come out on fire. Here's Jake Starcevic working against Hoyland. No good. Rebound a little tall for Luke Starcevic, and goes to Keelan Munson.
Yeah, he's going to shoot that.
3-point attempt.
Got it.
Absolutely. Miles Freilich. He hits his second 3, and he has 8.
Just Northern Cass can get a stop here and maybe a quick basket. Within 9, can cut it maybe within 6.
Well, the Vikings more than likely are holding for the final possession. The difference is minuscule in the shot clock and the game clock.
That means the Vikings have to execute it perfectly, though.
Oh, and it's taken away. So here's a big possession for the Jags. There's something about getting it under 10, which they've done. How far can they get? Foul going to go against?
That's going to go on Whipple.
Yep.
He was moving his feet. He didn't have his body set there. And Froelich got into him.
So the Jags have done a fantastic job, which we're not surprised by at all, that they're going to come in here and compete their tails off. But they've really weathered a storm and chipped away. They've gotten it now within single digits and going to continue to chip away at that deficit. It's 27-35.
Yeah, if you're Kindred there, that was kind of a sloppy last 3 minutes of this half. Yes, you scored some points, but you just got, I think they're up to 6 fouls in this quarter. I think they were at 2 with about 3 minutes left in the quarter, and they've picked up 4 quick ones.
Freilich makes both. Are the Vikings going to answer? It's Bacco. He's a good response. Oh, in and out. He pulled up from the mustache, and that ball danced around, looked good, but didn't fall. And after 1/2 a play, it's the Vikings 35 and the Jaguars 28. Been a fun affair here in Kindred. Once again, the Jaguars come in with a record of 10-3. They're looking to spoil the undefeated and number 1 ranked Vikings, who are 10-0. We're going to step away for 30 seconds, and then when we come back, we'll chat about things and take a look at the lovely dancers we've got out on the court. See you in 30.
Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Hey fans, welcome back in just for Kicks Dancers, the youngsters out there to dance in the halftime here. Vikings lead after 1/2 play, 35-28. Nicholas, give the fans your thoughts from that first half of play. Have at her.
Northern Cass had a great job. They came out, Kindred put up 35 in that first half, but that was a hard-earned 35. Kindred had to go through, get down low, and they're being physical down low, which Kindred sees a lot in these games, but they got to go and be able to finish. And Jake Starsvik's big reason Kindred has this lead right now. I think he's at, 14? 16 points 16 points for his team. And then you look back at Rachel for Northern Cass. He's got 15 for his team already. And then you got Freilich with 10. If you're Northern Cass here, you're only down 7 going into halftime. This is definitely within reach here. Laxdal in that locker room's got to keep saying, we got to stay relaxed, keep our game, keep putting up those threes, and keep playing good defense.
I love what the Jaguars have come in here and done. I mean, they are a young but scrappy and gritty, tough-nosed team. I've been I very much enjoyed watching them come in and play. I like Miles Freilich a lot. He's 5 feet 6 inches, just a junior, and averages about 10 points a game. But the way he directs traffic has been a lot of fun to watch. He has 10 points. And then Hudson Rachel, we knew that he was a good three-point shooter. He's already got 3 here tonight, 48 threes on the year, averages 16 a game, and he's at 15 right now. So quick run through of individual scorers. For the Jaguars, Hudson Rachel has 15 points. Miles Freilich has 10. And then Brooks Crockett has 3 points. That gets the Jaguars to their 28. 15 of their 28 points have come from the three-point. From behind the three-point arc, they have 5 three-pointers. And then on the Viking side of things, Jake Starcevic has 16. Presley Peraza with 10. Brooks Baca with 7. And Lucas Starcevic with 2. I'm going to reiterate on what you said there, Nick. 16 points from Jake Starcevic. He's really powered himself around very good. And then I'm going to get your thoughts quick on just the offensive prowess that the Vikings put on there for a little stint. You can give a review of that. But before I do, want to thank First Class Mortgage for sponsoring the halftime shows. Locally owned and operated, First Class Mortgage is more than just their company name. It's the way they do business. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage, their dedicated team takes the time to understand your financial situation. They provide first-class service, first-class knowledge, and a first-class experience at the lowest interest rates. For more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. I want to thank everybody for tuning into your live event. I want to say hi to Grandma Pat out there. Hope you're feeling good. And any other grandmas and grandpas watching the game. Nick, perhaps one of the most exciting parts of this game was the back-to-back jams.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that sequence and how exciting it was.
That's just something we've come pretty used to here in Kindred and across the state watching Kindred. Presley Peraza and Brooks Baca fly high, letting them go dictate this game and getting these dunks and getting the crowd involved It's something that we've seen a lot, and if Kindred doesn't have that, it's kind of not a win for them. It's weird to say, but that gets them going on the offensive side of the ball, and it did there for that stretch. But props to Northern Cass again, not letting it affect them and still stay in this game.
It's wildly entertaining, to just see dunks from high school kids. But the way they just, Presley Peraza got an alley-oop from Brooks Bacco. And, to say he dunked it is an understatement. He threw that sucker down with authority. And then Bacco immediately answers. And he talked about it in an interview with us once. One dunk really inspires the rest. He said you kind of get jealous of the other person, but certainly not in a selfish way. Did he mean that? It just drives you to do it, and he showed it off. He got a steal and then did a 360 spinorama dunk. That was pretty cool. Once again, just for kicks out on the dance floor right now. Nick, what do you think Coach Laxdal's telling his boys in the locker room?
He's telling. I think he's very happy with how that first half went. A little sloppy at times, and you could tell in his body language by Coach Laxdal that he wasn't necessarily impressed with some of the things the boys were doing in that moment. But he's got to be telling them, hey, we're in this thing. Kindred hasn't lost a game. They've only lost one game in the last 2 years. They're at their home court. Go be spoilers tonight and go get this big win for our program.
How about Coach Whale? What do you think Coach Whale's got to say to his boys?
They got to be better on the offensive side of the ball. I think they only have 4 guys that have scored so far tonight. That is not common for this Kindred team. They spread the wealth majority of these nights playing basketball here, and we haven't seen that yet out of Kindred. And I think he's maybe preaching to his team more unselfish basketball. Don't let Rachel and Freilich try and win this game. Do not let them get their three-point shoot.
Yeah, and I thought they played pretty hard defense, but they gave up 28 points, and that's not common from the Vikings. So I imagine they're going to come out and really hunker down defensively. If the Jaguars can continue to shoot the three, they have 5 of them. They are very much on spoiler alert here in Kindred. Once again, thanks everybody for tuning in. You are listening to the First Class Mortgage halftime show, locally owned and operated. First Class Mortgage is more than just their company name. It's the way they do business. We're going to step away for about 2 minutes, and when we come back, we'll have our final segment of the First Class Mortgage halftime show.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Hey fans, I don't know how much our music goes into the.
I don't either.
But it's fantastic in here right now. Great atmosphere. We're finishing up the final segment of the First Class Mortgage Halftime Show. Once again, go to firstclasscorp.com for information. With First Class Mortgage, it's more than just their company name. It's the way they do business. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage, their dedicated team takes the time to understand your financial situation. For first-class service, first-class knowledge, and a first-class experience at the lowest interest rates, go to firstclasscorp.com. Well, once again, it's a doubleheader here in Kindred. The 10-3 Jaguars are taking on the 10-0 Kindred Vikings. We're about to kick off the second half. Leading the way for the Jaguars has been number 3, Hudson Rachel. He has 15 points. Miles Freilich has 10. And for the Vikings, 16 from Jake Starcevic and 10 from Presley Peraza. Jaguars start with a ball, looking to cut into this 7-point lead. Freilich goes into the paint. It's knocked away, and eventually it went to Zeski, and now it's back in the hands of Freilich. The number 2s battle against each other. Freilich kicks over to Munson. Munson takes the baseline. Going to be a foul on the floor.
On Peraza? Yep.
Presley Peraza going to get called for his second. Team's first. Freilich looking to inbound it. It goes all the way up to Munson. Munson works against Peraza.
Baco nearly again.
Well, if Baco would have stole that clean, maybe he would have went for the 720 spinorama slam-a-lama.
I don't know if he has that one in his bag, Josh.
Well, there's only one way to have found out. Tipped off his fingers, went out of bounds, and here's Freilich working against Baco right now. Miles Freilich has impressed us a lot. Coach Crockett, That's gonna be a foul. Coach Laxdal spoke very highly of all of his guys, very proud of his team. And by the way, they're doing it tonight without their arguably best player, without Trey Hussar. Averages 12.2 a game, Hussar does. And I think Zeski's coming off of some illness. So, with Zeski not in, Hoppy not here, and Trey Hussar, who averages 12.2 a game, they're hoping to get Trey back by the end of the season. This is an even more dangerous team.
Exactly.
Inside, the Vikes go to Starcevic. He's double teamed, but splits the double team, and he's up to 18 now, 37-28.
Vikings, though, 2 quick fouls right away before a minute was even done in this quarter.
Yeah, Baco with 2 and Peraza with 2.
Starcevic as well with 2. Luke.
Yes, okay, you're right. Good call there. I only had him for 1. Baco and Freilich knocking that ball around, doing their best tetherball impressions. And here comes Rachel to inbound. Rachel gives to Munson.
Ooh.
Almost an over and back.
That was close.
Freilich. Oh, 3-pointer quickly put up, but no good by Zeski. Zeski has 15 threes. Nothing here tonight. No points from Zeski. And the Vikings have it. Up 9. Starcevic looking for the breaking Peraza. Wow, that was an athletic play.
He wanted to go up and throw that thing down. Had to hang up in that air and kiss it off the glass.
He did hang up in the air, just like, like I talked about in track. In fact, his brother, Jaden Peraza, just congratulations to Jaden if he's listening. He just won the high jump at UND last weekend.
I did see that.
Jumping for the Dragons at MSUM, and Presley Peraza hung up in the air long time. I think he jumped 6 feet 8 inches. Jaden did to win that.
I'm not positive.
Yeah, I should have looked a little closer. I'm almost positive. I know he won it.
Nice find by Baco there. Kind of Luke got hidden away down at the bottom of the key, right next to the rim, and finished it.
From banking to insurance, let Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency handle your requests. For more information, go online to kindredstatebank.com. It's a full timeout. We'll see you back in 1 minute.
Hey there, we're here
to invite you
to join First Community Credit Union.
FCCU is the proud partner of the University of North Dakota Athletics.
FCCU is here to coach you
through every financial play.
No turnovers.
Only buckets.
When you join FCCU,
you get the full UND experience. Enjoy our exclusive
UND credit and debit cards.
So come see why.
Life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred. Bo Belquist makes our airways for the first time.
Yes.
That's kind of exciting.
It is. Bo's down in Texas right now working out, seeing if he can get a little undrafted free agent in the NFL. Had an amazing career up at UND playing some football.
A new Rockford Cheyenne Rocket. In fact, his sister, Kelsey Belquist, 10 seconds.
Yeah.
10-second violation against the Jags. His sister runs for Nebraska, and look at the local names that were just down in Missouri competing in track and field. Kelsey Belquist, Elise Wisniewski, Trey Heinrich, so Kelsey Belquist of New Rockford Cheyenne, Elise Wisniewski of Central Cass, Trey Heinrich, Jack Packer, Paul Olson, all of Kindred, competing in Mizzou in track and field.
That is crazy. North Dakota, people shouldn't be sleeping on the talent these kids have, are the kids of North Dakota have.
And then once again, Jaden Peraza just wins the high jump, competing for MSUM up at UND. Anyway, we better get back to the game, Nick. Sam Nelson got called for a foul. It's his second. It'll send Luke Starcevic to the line. 13 points. Luke Starcevic might hear that from Mr. Eggman tomorrow. But he did hit the front of the rim there, Nick.
I don't know. I got to be nicer to Luke.
He is a kind-hearted young man. And he makes that one. He makes 1 of 2. He's a 57% free throw shooter, Lucas is. 42-28. 7-0 run for the Vikings to start off the third quarter here. Vikings did this in Grafton. It was tight, and then they came out all cylinders running. Freilich misses the lay-in. It was contested, but he wants that one back. Isaac Spellhaug, he puts it through. Good patience there by Spellhaug. Going to be a timeout by the Vikings. It's a 30-second Viking timeout. Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency is our timeout sponsor. Thanks to Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. We'll be back in 30.
Jim and with Bernie Berkemeyer, we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us in enchanting Ireland, June 25th to July 4th. Experience the ancient history, natural beauty, and the warm hospitality of Ireland. We travel across this beautiful country, visiting places like the Kilkenny Castle and the breathtaking cliffs of Moher. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred, North Dakota. Josh Almaris alongside Nicholas Eggman on your live event. Once again, front end of a doubleheader. Boys first tonight, girls to follow. Here is Rachel, who gives over to Freilich. Two very good ball players. Freilich has it back. He kicks over to Crockett. Works against a very strong Jake Starcevic, who picks his pocket and then works his way up. Gives to Presley Peraza. Rare miss by Peraza. Freilich and the Jaguars have it quickly. Freilich goes in. Nice move.
Drive. Good finish.
Absolutely. And Gabe Whipple almost caught him on the backside there as far as the block goes, but Freilich, great job. Freilich, a heck of a ball player. Here's Presley Peraza, who powers.
Not going to miss that one.
You know, we've seen the evolution of some of these guys like Peraza. I mean, just the strength that these guys have now. You know, not saying Presley was never super strong, but they've definitely put in their work.
Yes, for sure.
And built some strength. Sam Nelson with the lay-in, his first 2 points of the night, 46-32 Vikings lead.
Starsvik off the front iron.
Jaguars with the ball. It's Crockett working against Starsvik. Now Munson, who gives to Crockett. And then over to Freilich. Freilich has 12 points tonight. He averages 9.5. And here the ball's in the hands of Riechel. He has 15, hasn't scored in the third quarter yet. Three-pointer no good by Crockett. Riechel had 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, and he's up to 48 threes
Travel
on the year. Kylan Swenson checking in. Vikings by 14. They have won this quarter so far 11-4. They kept things close in Grafton. Here's Riechel, no good. He's kind of cooled off early on. He hit some big threes and hasn't been able to connect since. Can Peraza hit?
Peraza can.
Yes, he can. Presley Peraza has 15. Here's a double team in the corner. Riechel throws that one away.
I don't think Kindred touched it.
Yeah, even if Nelson were to have gotten it, it would have been an over and back. 2:22 left here in the third quarter. Checking in for the Jags is going to be Parker Zeski and Isaac Spellhaug for the Vikings. Whipple gives over to Baco. And then to Spellhaug, who thinks about it and gives to Kylan Swenson. Swenson to Spellhaug to Baco. Baco will take an open three. And he misses that. Rebound. Going to be a foul here? Go against Kylan Swenson?
It looked like Kylan had his arm straight up there. Must have got a little piece of Crockett.
Swenson, the senior, going to be called for a foul. His first. Buzzer goes off, indicating Peraza needs to get back into the game.
That was a quick little break. What was it, 10 seconds?
I didn't start timing that, but it was quick. Freilich versus Baco. Spellhaug joins the party and then backs off. Zeski. Spellhaug's back to defend him. Now it's Crockett. Swenson working hard against Crockett. Freilich with a deep three.
Bang.
Swishes that through. Miles Freilich is a good ball player. 15 points from him. So is Brooks Baco. Baco up to 9. Vikings by 16. Freilich gets hammered by Spellhaug.
Spellhaug came down from his safety position there, put his shoulder down.
Well, Spellhaug's going to get called for his second foul.
Team's fourth of the quarter. Next one will send to the Jaguars to the line.
It's the thing about small town North Dakota sports is we like to see our kids doing multiple different sports, right, Nick?
Yes, it's great how many 3-sport, 2-sport athletes we have on this court right now.
Northern Cass, certainly no exception to that. Some very good baseball players. But sometimes they get it confused, right, as Isaac Spellhaug just did there. Jake Starcevic had a nice tackle earlier, too. That's a phenomenal play by Kylan Swenson. Oh, he didn't get the call.
He has zero disregard for his body, Josh.
Zero regard.
Regard.
Is how you'd say
Correct.
that.
Regard.
Good try, though, Nick.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Can't do the double negative in math. Someone told me that double negative's a positive.
I guess I'll be quiet the rest of this
No, you keep it up. You're doing good. Keelan Munson's doing good there as he gets the bucket. And then foul.
I didn't see who that one was on.
I think it might go against Swenson.
Swenson.
Yep, Swenson picks up his third foul now. Quick three. And he's going to go to the bench. Shooting free throws is going to be Munson. 41% free throw shooter, no good there. And he can't complete the three-point play. 46 seconds left in the quarter. Peraza no good. Rebound goes to Munson and the Jags. Here's Freilich.
Looks like the Jags are playing a little zone here, and they're daring these Vikings to take these threes. They're not letting them get to the rim like they usually do against teams.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the play clock. Oh, here we go. Presley Peraza. What's he going to do?
Windmill.
The windmill dunk from Peraza. Presley Peraza has a signing day tomorrow. He's going to be a Minot State Beaver, do track and basketball. He shows why he can do both in that dunk. Second big dunk from Peraza tonight. 5 seconds left
and
here.
Another one.
And why not? They do it back-to-back regularly.
Yep. Oh, nearly another steal by Spellhaug.
0.4 left. So earlier in the game, Peraza got an alley-oop from Bacco. Then Bacco stole it and did the 360 dunk. And here they go back-to-back again. 0.4. Freilich didn't get it off in time. And once again, that was the end of the first quarter when they put on the show earlier. And now they are at the end of the third quarter doing the same.
Just like that, Josh, 18-point game.
Yep. Fun to watch, that's for sure. 55-37, Vikings lead after 3 quarters of play.
Your home for North Dakota postseason wrestling is YourLiveEvent.com. Tune in to our coverage of the East Region Individual Girls Wrestling Tournament and the Class B East Region Individual Boys Wrestling Tournament on YourLiveEvent.com. Our coverage begins on Friday, February 14th from Castleton for the Girls East Region Individual Tournament, followed by the Class B East Region Boys Individual Wrestling Tournament in Grafton on Saturday, February 15th on YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome back in. Josh Omeris alongside Nick Eggman. Once again, we're on the front end of a doubleheader. Girls are following the boys here this evening. Usually it's girls first. That might have confused some. But we're here to assure you it's boys first. Whipple can hit threes, and he shows that he can.
Whipple's in on the party tonight.
That's his 12th three-pointer of the year, and he's on the board. The junior guard stands 6 feet 1 inches. Once again, he's got a dozen threes on the year now. It's 58-37. Freilich from deep doesn't hit there. Rebound, Jake Starcevic and the Vikings. And here's Peraza for three.
Man, Peraza has gotten hot in these last 5 minutes.
He has 22 on the night, Presley Peraza does. Something we can talk about a little later as he is zeroing in on 1,000. I don't think he's going to hit it tonight, but he'll hit it. Reachel, no good there. Spellhaug to Starcevic. Starcevic in the paint, spins.
Good move.
No good. Luke
Little
Starcevic,
brother gets
his
the ball
brother
for
cleans
him.
up. Great pass by Luke Starcevic inside to Isaac Spellhaug. And Spellhaug has 4. Yeah, that was a great play by Luke Starcevic to not go right back up with it and be reckless. He saw Isaac wide open. Here's a wide open three for Reachel. No good. And the rebound goes to Freilich. Freilich kicks another three-point attempt. That's no good.
Has Reachel scored this second half, Josh?
Zeski was the one who put that one up. Reachel has not gotten a bucket since the first half. 15 points for Reachel, all in the first half. Presley Peraza has scored in the second half. He's done it a lot. 15 in the second half for Peraza. 24
That is
total.
deep.
That's no good. Yeah, he has 14, sorry. Peraza has 14 this second half here. Gabe Iverson into the game for the Vikings.
Vikings are a basket away from running clock here. We got a little pad down here in Kindred. Superintendent Michael Colness is going to fix that.
Whipple to Peraza. Reachel guards him. Give across to Spellhaug. He gives over to Iverson. Iverson for three, no good. Peraza fighting for it, gives to Starcevic.
Spellhaug wasn't ready.
Yeah, it was the blind pass, and Spellhaug kind of smirks. I wasn't ready for that.
You faked me out too, Jake.
Here's Freilich with the ball. He gets across the timeline, moves to his right, gives to Reachel. Reachel over to Zeski, and Zeski takes it. He's going to get fouled.
First on Iverson.
Gabe Iverson picks up the foul. He's a junior guard, stands 5 feet 11 inches. Had a nice three-point attempt earlier, but wasn't able to connect. And here is the bucket made by Zeski. So kudos once again to the Jaguars. They kept this game close for a long time, and they're battling some illnesses. Zeski coming off of an illness. Matthew Hoppy not here today. He's sick. And then, of course, their stud who averages 12 a game, Trey Hussar, one of their studs, I should say. He's out with an injury that they're hoping to get him back on.
Another turnover by the Vikings.
And the Vikings, boy, they have run that bench big time here. They have played, 9 guys they've gotten out on the court here tonight. They're a deep, deep crew with a lot of guys that can score. Here's Reachel looking for his first points of the second half. He put in 15 in the first. There's a deep, almost reckless shot there by Crockett. No good. And the Vikings have it. Peraza goes into the paint. Jump stop. No good. But Baco's there to tip it in. Baco has 13. 4:35 left in the game. Vikings 67, Jaguars 39. Coach Whale, after this season, might have to go on tour and talk about his halftime speeches.
Yes, he will. That Grafton game, they came out firing after half. Now this game they have as well.
Reachel for three, no good. Rebound, Jake Starcevic. Yeah, there's been a few times that one slips out of the hands of Starcevic. Here comes Kylan Swenson, Gabe Whipple, and Graham Hess. And then here comes Sam Nelson. Jake and Presley and Brooks all get a round of applause as they head to the bench. There's been a few times where the Vikings have come out in the third quarter and just hit the accelerator big time. But one of the things perhaps that's the most impressive is their defense. They have only allowed 11 points in the second half so far. Defense travels. The Kindred Viking boys,
that's all they're going to say too.
They preach it, they know it, and they like it. Gabe Whipple, no good on the three-pointer. Rebound goes to Reachel. And the defenses look fantastic for the Vikings in this second half. Here's Freilich. Freilich drives. Gabe Whipple going to be called for the foul. Who's going to get it? Here we go. Reachel.
I was going to put my money on Kylan.
You were going Kylan? Reachel beat him to it. Gabe Whipple called for his second foul. And Freilich had 10 in the first half. He is at 5 this half. Here comes Eli Mack, another left-handed baseball star playing basketball today. Where's number 23? Second shot is in. Miles Freilich going to go to the bench. He had a great night, 16 points from him. Great ball handler and fun to watch, just a junior. Miles Freilich has 16. Here is Eli Mack with the ball, gives to Kylan Swenson, and then over to Graham Hess. Hess to Iverson. Iverson over to Eli Mack. Directing traffic, gives to Swenson. Swenson into the paint, jump stop and in.
Got it.
Kylan Swenson, the senior. His first 2 points of the game. Timeout. Coach Whale, just going to be a substitute timeout.
Yep.
Tyler Gronwald in. We'll stay here, but we'll say
Still
once
give
again
our
thanks
love.
to Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency for being so fantastic. Who checked in for the Jags? Chris Hoyland? Pretty sure it was Chris Hoyland who just
13.
came in. Yeah, Brody Zeski's out there as well. There's Crockett working against Swenson. Crockett gives over to Zeski. Back to Crockett. Crockett, deep three, no good. Rebound, Swenson. 2:40 left in the game. Vikings by 29. Gronwald to Swenson, to Eli Mack. Then to Iverson. Iverson over to Swenson. Gronwald to Ivor. Ivor to Hess. Eli Mack throws over to Iverson. Crockett out to guard him. They try to go inside to Swenson. Off his fingers, but going to be a foul against the Jags. Foul's going to go against Chris Hoyland.
His first.
Carter Gronwald coming in for the Vikes.
Another freshman. With that buzzed head.
Buzzed head, green shoes, tape on his wrist. And Eli Mack gets every part of the rim, but can't get the twine. And it's the Jags with the ball. Hoyland has it. Works against Tyler Gronwald. Now it's Zeski. Zeski pulls it out. And then gives over to Crockett. Crockett, just a freshman. Hoyland works inside. Good fake, but couldn't get it to fall, and Carter Gronwald going to get the rebound. Gronwald quickly up to Hess. Hess to Mack. And then to Iverson. Iverson going to put up a three-point bucket. No good. Eli Mack gets the rebound, gives to Carter Gronwald inside. Carter Gronwald. First points for Carter Gronwald of the, I think, of his career.
I would assume. I don't think we've seen him out on this varsity court before, Josh.
I haven't.
And now we got Jackson Schliemann, I think, out here for the first time as well.
And kudos to Eli Mack. Great pass there.
Great find.
Carter Gronwald, we think his first points of the year. Congratulations to him and the Gronwald crew. Cody Wadeson into the game for the Jaguars. Here's Zeski, no good. Rebound, Eli Mack. Eli Mack up the court with it. The lefty gives to Tyler Gronwald, who gives to Carter Gronwald. Carter Gronwald pitches one over to his catcher, Graham Hess. Hess picks up a block from Tyler Gronwald. Bucket's no good. Rebound goes to Tyler Gronwald. Here is Schliemann. Got it for three. Jackson Schliemann. We're going to assume
that's his first bucket of his varsity career as well.
Congratulations to Jackson Schliemann and the Schliemann crew.
I have a feeling Schliemann and Gronwald, Carter variety are going to have a few more of those baskets in their Viking careers.
Well, it's 74-40. The Vikings can dribble this one away as the shot clock is off. A lot to be excited about for the Viking fans. And certainly Northern Cass, wish them the best as they try to get healthy and hope to get Hussar back. Entertaining night of basketball. We're going to let the final buzzer sound. The Vikings win 71-40. We're going to quick take a break, and we'll come back on the post-game show and talk about things, and then we'll turn things around quick for the girls' side of things. So come back in about a minute for the Tommy's Express Car Wash post-game show. See you then.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us. Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. The Northern Kansas School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Kansas will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Kansas is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northernkansasschool.org. That's northernkansasschool.org.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hey fans, welcome back in to the press box here in Kindred. Josh Ramirez alongside Nick Eggman. We're kicking off the Tommy's Express Car Wash postgame show. Love your ride at the locally owned Tommy's Express Car Wash. Sign up in the app for your free first month of unlimited washing and make Tommy's Express Car Wash your spot to clean off winter salt, sand, and slush. Tommy's Express Car Wash with 2 locations in Fargo and 2 in Moorhead. They have the tools and the expertise to keep your car clean inside and out. Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash. Quick run through. Vikings are victorious, 74-40. They improved to a perfect 11-0 on the season. Northern Cass drops to 10-4 on the season. And more importantly, once again, we hope the absolute best for Trey Hussar and Matt Hoppy as they're looking to get healthy, get back to be a part of the team. Same thing with Zeski. We hope that he continues to feel better and better. Let's take a look at individual totals first for the Jaguars. Miles Freilich led the way for the Jaguars. He had 16. Hudson Reachel with 15. And then 3 points from Brooks Crockett, 2 from Parker Zeski, 2 from Keelan Munson, and 2 from Sam Nelson. On the Kindred Vikings side of things, Presley Peraza with 24. 24 points for Presley Peraza, 18 for Jake Starcevic, 13 for Brooks Bacco, 5 for Luke Starcevic, 4 for Isaac Spellhaug, 3 for Gabe Whipple, 3 for Jackson Schliemann, 2 from Kylan Swenson, and 2 from Lucas Starcevic. Nick, how about that spread-outedness of Kindred Viking scores?
Yeah, we said it at halftime. I think they only had 4 scores, and they ended with
9.
I mean, that's what we talked about coming out of the halftime, and look what happened. They pulled away. One ended up winning this game by 34. Once they get back to their normalcy and they spread the ball around, and it's not just 1 or 2 Vikings doing all the scoring, they become a very, very dangerous team.
Yeah, my math says that Presley is right around 20 points from 1,000.
Okay.
Jackson Schliemann, we think, first points of his career.
Yep.
And same with Carter Gronwald. Again, Presley Peraza with 24. Jake Starcevic really came out on fire for the Vikings. He had 18. And what do we count? There's at least 4 dunks. Brooks and...
2 by Baco, 2 by Peraza.
And they were both back-to-back.
Yep.
Certainly showed not only the athleticism and the deepness of their bench, but just the diversity in which they can score. Defense was fantastic for the Vikings, specifically in the second half. They only allowed 12 points, Nick.
Yes, that's when you come out, and they've done it a couple times. I think they've kept teams under 30 points, and the Northern Cast got hot towards the end of that second quarter, but if they didn't get hot in that end of that second quarter, it would have been under 30 points again for these Jaguars and for this Vikings defense.
Once again, thanks for tuning in to the Tommy's Express Car Wash. Love your ride at locally owned Tommy's Express Car Wash. Sign up in the app for your free first month of unlimited washing and make Tommy's Express Car Wash your spot to clean off winter salt, sand, and slush. It was a cold day today, Nick, but it was nice and warm inside here. We're going to step away, and when we come back, we will chat with one of the Vikings players, and then we will announce our Enbridge player of the game and our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the game. Come back in about 30 seconds or a minute for our for our post-game interview.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Hey fans, welcome in. I'll do my best, Chris Collinsworth there, and slide in to the interview. Even though you're the one that makes it look the best, Jake.
yeah.
Congratulations, you guys continue to be on a roll. Talk about how fun it was tonight, picking up your 11th win.
Yeah, it was really fun. Sort of a slow start in the first half, but picked it up a little bit in the second half. Got some dunks in there. Dunks are big. Lots of energy, and when the gym is full, it helps us a lot too. So shout out to the community for coming out and supporting us.
So we said Coach Will's probably going to have to go on a tour talking about what his halftime speeches are all about. What was said at halftime?
Yeah, a lot. He came in a little bit mad. If you know Coach Will, he preaches defense and wants us in transition and just all the things that a good basketball coach looks for. So he's getting on us a little bit, and we responded coming out probably about halfway through that third quarter, a little bit of a slow start, but we responded, and it feels good to get out here with a win against a solid Northern Cast team.
You guys, you only gave up 12 points in the second half. You gave up 28 in the first and gave up only 12 the second half. What was the big change that you guys had from first half defense to second half defense?
Yeah, we took the press off in the second half. First half, it's hard sometimes when you got teams that like to shoot threes and like to get out in transition and run. So we took that press off, a little less scrambling and more man-to-man. I mean, with our length, it's pretty hard for a team to get in the paint on us and get solid shots. So took that press off and played them straight up, and that seemed to do the trick.
Congratulations, Jake. You guys are 11-0 and looking fantastic. Keep it rolling.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
In a world of chaos, you need superhero-level protection.
I keep telling everyone they need to get the right protection for their lifestyle. Some do. We do.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IRIinsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Hey fans, welcome back in. We're going to wrap things up on our final segment of the Tommy's Express Car Wash post-game show. We missed the fact that Jake is excited for tomorrow morning squat day, Nick.
Yep, it's squats. He's telling me 365 for probably, hopefully, 5, 6, 7 reps there.
Lifting weights makes a huge difference.
Yes, it
Should we
does.
give a spiel on that?
Nope.
Okay, all right, we'll move on. We have 2 awards we get to give out. We'll start with you, Nick, the Agassiz Precision Ag Play of the Game. Your local precision planting dealer is Agassiz Precision Ag. They're located in Hillsboro, but they service the entire Red River Valley and beyond. They specialize in everything from basic planter maintenance to customized planter builds that meet your individualized needs. The planter of your future can be put in your shed today. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. Nick, what is the Agassiz Precision Ag Play of the Game?
I'm going to go with 2 plays. Set the tone early with Brooks Baco and Presley Peraza. Brooks Baco gets the steal, lobs that sucker up to Peraza, and Peraza takes that one-hand jam and throws it down with some authority. And then play right after that, Peraza gets another steal and goes up and does, first time we have seen this one, but a 360 dunk to set that tone. An immediate timeout afterwards for Laxdal and the Northern Cass Jaguars, and that tone was set for the Vikings.
It really was a fantastic sight at the end of the first quarter. If you can find it on the playback, it's definitely worth your watch. The Vikings have entertained many people throughout the year with their slam dunks, and that
Certainly
little spurt of whatever it was, 15 seconds maybe, not even that, was a fun one. Congratulations to Brooks Baco and Presley Peraza for their Agassiz Precision Ag Play of the Game. I'm going to announce the Enbridge Player of the Game next. Life Takes Energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. Going to give this one to Presley Peraza. It was a toss-up. Jake Starcevic came out really strong and was in the paint. He was a force to be reckoned with early on. But Peraza put up 24 tonight. He's zeroing in on 1,000. He did a lot of other things, including a couple of phenomenal dunks. Presley Peraza had some other athletic plays where he was just hanging in the air. Seemed like he was on a fishing line just being reeled up into the rafters and looked fantastic. So Presley Peraza, congratulations to you. You are the Enbridge Player of the Game. Life Takes Energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. Closing thoughts, Nick, before we step away and get ready for the girls?
It's another fun boys basketball game. I'm excited to see Northern Cass down the stretch, especially if they can stay hot behind the arc and get a couple key players back with Hussar and Hoppy. They might be dangerous come Region 1 tournament time.
Well, there's no doubt about it. We absolutely are excited to see what Northern Cass is going to do on their postseason run here, and we wish absolutely all the best to Trey Hussar as he tries to get back onto the court. Best of luck to the Northern Cass boys as they go to Wahpeton next on February 7th. They once again have dropped to 10-4. The Kindred Viking boys are up next on Friday at home against Oak Grove. They bring their 11-0 record into another Friday night home contest against Oak Grove. Want to thank once again all of our listeners for tuning in. Congratulations to Coach Whale and his crew as they continue on with their undefeated run. Congratulations to Brooks Baco and Presley Peraza for their Agassiz Precision Ag Play of the Game, and congratulations to Presley Peraza for being named the Enbridge Player of the Game. Going to be quick to get out of here, and then we're going to turn things around on another link for the girls. For Nicholas Eggman, my name is Josh Almaris, and we'll see you back in about hopefully 5 minutes. See you soon.